So welcome to the Soul Fire reading for May. This is a channeled message that I'll be speaking to you about, and then also pulling some cards to support the message and add to the message. Soul Fire readings for this particular group. Are mostly females. You're mostly between the ages of 24 and 34. And you're considered starseeds or crystal seeds, crystal children. And you may connect with the, I call it a planet, but I don't think it's actually a planet. You may connect with Lemuria as a source of knowing, as a source of energy. That particular place in time may resonate with your soul at a very deep level. There may be some of you that relate more to the language of Pleiades, things like that. But for most of you in this reading today, it's going to be the Lemuria crystal seed children. So I'm getting that in this group, it's representative of a wide range of professions. You all come from many, many different backgrounds. There was no particular single background or any profession that really stood out. And I'm sharing this with all of you so that as you hear this message, you can recognize whether this message is for you or not. And as I tap into these collective energies, some of you will be part of this energy group more than others, although the messages may relate. You may relate to the messages regardless. So many of you are making major shifts into the sacred self. And what that means is that you're working on self-healing, you're connecting with divine purpose, and you're at the beginning of defining what does divine purpose mean to you. That your students from all kinds of students, everything from traditional, I'm in an academic program, you might be studying nursing or even business, right? As starseeds and crystal children, we're on the planet here to raise the vibration. But we can do that in so many different ways. We're not held to have to be healers or anything like that in a particular profession. We can really do that from wherever we are and whatever we're doing. Obviously, many of you are interested in metaphysical studies, and I'm getting very strongly there's a small group of you within this group of people that will be watching this video that are psychic mediums, and the energy around you is very powerful. And I would say that it's really important for those of you with that particular gift and skill. It's really, really important that you're minding your own energy. Learn about how to protect your energy bodies. Some of you are becoming depleted in that process and actually might be having the experience of having some really negative things going on. And it's super important that we're maintaining a high vibration. We're staying in connection with divine intelligence in a way that allows us to stay what I call in full sovereignty, where our energy is not depleted, where we're coming from a place of wholeness. So that's a specific message for some of you. And then, of course, there's some of you that are just students of life. You're just living and you're just taking it day by day, and you're a student of life. For most of you, the reason that you're on the journey, you're on a healing or seeking journey, is related to relationship. A lot of you have had difficult relationships, and that has propelled you into considering who are you and how are you showing up in the world? And that's been the beginning of your healing journey, which is beautiful. Typically, those relationships are romantic, but not all of them. Some of them are related to family or very close friends. And you're still really learning about the integration of the self, which is the key to your fulfillment. Your fulfillment is not related to who you're partnered with or if you're going to have a romantic relationship. Your true fulfillment as a soul is how you integrate the energies of masculine and feminine, and how you integrate your starseed mission into all of that and into your human form, so that you, again, are operating at a very high level at a high frequency. And typically we describe that as coming from a place of love and compassion, right? Love and compassion, and not only for others, but also for ourselves, and making sure that we are doing the healing work so that we can step into the high vibration as whole beings, okay? When I ask about barriers or blocks to that, many of you feel like time is a barrier, time is a block. You have a lot of beliefs about the timing it's supposed to take to evolve and to quote unquote become enlightened. And the message Spirit gave to me is that we never really reach enlightenment, right? It's a day-to-day process. We never truly arrive. So the message there is to be patient with the process, take it one day at a time, and just recognize that every day and every experience is leading you closer to the unveiling and the unfolding of the true essence of your soul, and how your soul is expressing itself in human form on the planet. There are no wrong directions. There are no wrong moves. You cannot make a mistake. The relevant thing is that you're focused on your healing. And as long as you're focused on your healing, there are no mistakes. And the overall message is to trust yourself, trust the divine, and trust the path that you're on, that's in front of you. Trust the path that's right here, right now. We don't need to be finding other paths. What's showing up right here, right now holds all of the answers, right in this moment. And our job is to become conscious of what is present in every moment. And Spirit also said the final message, which is really trust the divine to be with you here and now. So, and then I got fake it till you make it. Have you ever heard that? Fake it till you make it. So if you can't trust that the divine is here with you in this moment, at every turn, at every part of your life, there's divine intelligence, divine source, divine love is part of your experience at all times. Fake it. I mean, that's reasonable, right? You can allow yourself to just know that it's present, even if you can't feel it, even if you're not connected to it, that you can trust yourself knowing that it is present with you. I'm going to pull some cards to support the messages that the divine shared with us today. So this is going to be your overall theme for Soul Fire reading, the overall theme for the Soul Fire reading. Breathe. Relax and breathe. Relax and breathe. Everything's okay. Relax and breathe. Soul Fire reading for May. And these readings are timeless. Whenever you hear this message, it's the right time for you. And if you like this message, please like, share, subscribe to our channel. We'd love to have you. All right, Soul Fire. Ooh, I'm so excited about this reading. Soul Song. Soul Song. Finding your soul song. When I look at this card, I think of that sense of vibration, that sense of raising our frequency, raising our vibration. And I do think of music. I do think of, what is it that our soul is trying to express? What is it that we want to share with the world from a really deep, authentic place? What is it that we want to share with the world? And like I said, I think of music too, right? Music is such a great way to raise our vibration if we're feeling kind of cruddy or whatever. I'll often just throw on the radio and start dancing around the house. Don't tell anybody I said that, but it's true. It's really true, right? We want to shake loose any of that negativity and any of that difficult feeling. And I also get from this card that tapping into the divine, really recognizing that divine energy, divine source is with us all the time. It's around us, it's in us. It's present all the time, and we can always tap into that to reconnect with our soul, to recognize what our authentic expression is. So that's a beautiful card. Let's see what additional messages that we have. Ooh, cards are jumping, leaping out. Look at that. That is so perfect. I love it when the cards do that. It's just so perfect. Solar plexus chakra, rest and rejuvenate. The universe is on your side. You are part of this. You are part of this universal energy. You're not separate from it. And working on healing solar plexus. I'm going to start with solar plexus, and I'm just going to do a quick scan of what's going on in the solar plexus for most of you. I'm getting two messages from this. I'm getting, for some of you, there's an excess of energy in the solar plexus. And what that tells me is that there are some of you that are just on this mission of doing. I'm doing more, I'm doing more. And when we're in a place of doing and doing so much, we cannot actually tap into our soul. We can't tap into our soul song because we're so busy focused on the doing. So I feel for some of you, this message is calling you to take a step back, take a breath, breathe, relax, and tap into that higher energy, tap into that higher spirit. For another group of you, I'm getting just lopsided energy. So what that sometimes looks like is where part of the solar plexus is large and the other part is constricted. So there's a feeling that you're kind of stuck in the movement. Rather than having fluid movement, you're stuck in the movement. You have a lot of energy and you're trying to express this energy, but it's getting stuck. It's like it's constipated. And we don't want constipated chakras. That is just not good, right? So let's see. So anyway, I hope that's helpful to some of you. I'm also getting, for those of you that resonate with crystals and aromatherapy, that you can use some of those tools to help balance your chakras. One of my favorite things to do is just a quick visualization of all of my energy body, my chakras, being balanced, even. The color is bright. There's no dark spots in my chakras. They're all the same size, right? They're balanced. The energy is flowing evenly through them. And I may create some videos around how to do that meditation. It's super quick, but you can certainly go on YouTube and look for chakra balancing, and particularly for the solar plexus. There's some more messages here for some of you. The anxiety of doing it wrong. I'm getting some of you are feeling some anxiety around this idea that you're doing your path wrong, you're doing the process wrong, you're doing something wrong, and it's because you have a belief that the results are supposed to look different. And the message to you is a reminder that every moment is perfect. Every moment, this moment here and now is perfect. And the way it's showing up is perfect. So even if we're anxious in the moment, even if we have a belief that something is wrong, if we can really look at the moment that's in front of us, we can recognize that it's perfect as it is. And I'm just hearing, be patient with yourself and with this process. You are okay. You're doing okay. So be patient with yourself. And then most obviously, right? Rest and rejuvenate. I love the pose, this person sitting on the planet, opening him or herself up to the energies of the universe. I'm soaking that in. And it's sort of what it makes me think of actually, it kind of makes me think of this card, right? The energy is coming in from the top, moving through the body into the earth, and then circulating back again. So there's this really beautiful energy around rest and rejuvenation that's a giving and receiving. It's a circulation. It's not just I just need to get that energy, or I just need to give that energy, but it's really the circulation of energy. And for those of you that do the chakra meditations, it's very similar, right? We're circulating that energy through our chakras, through the planet, through the universe, through all of the points of light that we connect into. So that's a really important message for many of you, is to rest and rejuvenate. And the universe, oh my goodness, right? Two messages here. The first one is related to the physical universe. So the physical manifestation of the universe, the planets, the stars, the galaxies. This will make sense to some of you. For those who might consider themselves light workers, you may be connected into the interdimensional light that's happening across time, right? And I consider that light a physical light, a light that's part of all that is known, the light that's part of the physical universe that's known. And we can tap into that dimension of light. And it's very powerful. That's part of this rejuvenation, the light that I was talking about that recirculates for us. Very, very powerful. So we can tap into that vibration. We can also tap into, I would call it maybe the ethereal vibration of light, where, and that's more the interdimensional part, right? Across all time and space. So we have the physical, what shows up in the physical realms and what shows up in the ethereal realms. And by ethereal, again, I'm saying across time, across dimensions. The light exists, it's out there. It just doesn't exist in our physical time, right? In the time and space that we exist in physically on this planet. I hope that makes sense. So I'm hearing for some of you, that is a source of power and creation. It's a source of strength. It's a source of balance. And as you're tapping into this particular energy, it will help you to clarify that connection that you have. It will help you to heal your energy bodies, and it will also support your rejuvenation and rejuvenating not only your physical body, but your energy bodies as well. All right, so let's look at any final messages. Any final messages? The Keeper of Scales, fairness and balance. So staying in balance, keeping in balance. I feel like that has a lot to do with that group of you where you're, where there's that constriction in your solar plexus, where you know that you want to do or you're trying to do, but you're constricted. Finding the balance in that, finding the balance between recognizing what's yours to do, how to take action on that, and how to express that in the world without throwing yourself out of balance, without overdoing, right? Are there any additional messages? Any additional soul fire messages? Any additional, okay. Here we go. 2 additional messages. The eyes of beauty, positive expectations and clarity. Positive expectations. Recognize that your positive expectations, your anticipation of your life experience being joyful and abundant, your positive expectation of that will bring that forward. It will manifest. Your positive expectation of health and well-being, your positive expectation of balanced, whole, healthy relationships, positive expectation of abundance. So this is the manifestation of raising your vibration, is that positive expectation, recognizing that it's all coming to you, it's all on its way to you. And the Phoenix, surrender to change, resurrection. So for those of you that are feeling a little constricted and not quite sure how to balance your energy, not quite sure how to step into what you're being called forward into, you're being asked to surrender. You're being asked to surrender. And surrender, I think of as just allowing the awareness to be there without creating any stories around it, without creating any meaning, right? It doesn't have to have a specific meaning, but what we're trying to do is really tap into the energy and allow that energy to guide our intuition and to allow our intuition to help us to unfold so that we are the full expressions of our soul on the planet Earth. Beautiful. Thank you. I love this reading. I will look forward to doing this again. And I hope if this resonated with you, please feel free again to like, share, subscribe. I would love to hear your comments. Let me know what you think about the format, about the messages. I take it all into advisement as I continue to grow this at Light Guided. And I do offer personal readings at lightguided.com. The link is below. There will be no extended for this particular reading at this time. But again, please leave me your comments and feedback. I would really like to hear from you. Blessings, and thank you so much.